All right, guys, so as a lifter who works out in a commercial gym and doesn't always have access to a lot of powerlifting stuff, I tend to carry a lot of gear. So I thought it would be really fun to kind of show you guys what's in my bag, what I use a lot, what I don't use a lot, and also do a little cleaning of my bag while we're at it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to pull out in my bag is my bench block. I absolutely love bench blocks. They are such a great alternative to an actual wooden block. You don't need to have a partner when you use them, so someone who lives alone, bench blocks are also really ideal. I also really love the bench block because it can be used as a tripod. I typically keep two bags. The first bag is a typical gym bag like you would probably bring to a meet. The second one is an auxiliary bag, which keeps growing. It used to be a small little backpack, but now it is pretty huge. Shout out to all of my friends on Team Albuterol is my inhaler. I keep a lot of different shoes when I work out. So we have the Addy Powers that I just bought. I'm not a big fan of them. I actually might sell these and try something new. I also have my deadlift shoes. These are the ASIC wrestling shoes. I think I'm also going to get a new pair of deadlift shoes as well. I always carry one or two pairs of wrist wraps because these tend to walk away. So previously I used the Inzer wrist wraps. Those are fine, I really like them, but they tend to get a little bit overused really quickly. They don't last as long as the SBDs. I have been lifting with the stiff SBD wrist wraps for about 2 years now, and those are my wrist wraps of choice. A lot of what I use with wraps and sleeves are SBD. Knee wraps, I don't lift equipped. I really don't love this tripod, the Joby. I'm sure everyone and their mom has this tripod. Athletic tape, sometimes when I tear calluses, I like to just have this in my bag. If you get your own collars, like you will never have to deal with those little silver ones that are always going missing. Deodorant, very important. Sleeves, oh my God, so many sleeves. I know that we, as powerlifters in USAPL, we don't use the elbow sleeves, but I like to have them. And then I usually keep 2 pairs of knee sleeves. I will do one pair that's a little big and one pair that I lift in for competition. So I have one pair of larges right now, and these are probably so stinky I never wash them. You should probably wash them more often than I do, which is never. So I usually, when I train, I have larges. I also have extra larges too. So when I'm in the off season, I still want a sleeve, but I maybe want to put myself at a little bit of a, I don't want quite as much pop as I do on meet day. I want to kind of still keep my joints warm, obviously, and use the sleeve, but I don't need quite as much pop as I do on a meet day. So I have my mediums that I lift in for meet day. I have my larges that I lift in during the week. I carry 2 1 1/4 plates around with me too. That really helps to frac load the bench. I normally don't use them on squat and deadlift, but I really like to have these for bench press if I'm doing high volume work. I carry around a few more toiletries. We had my deodorant earlier, but Kleenex, because, you know, I'm disgusting, it's winter. Chapstick, always chapstick. This is the Girls Who Powerlift chapstick, holler, thanks Ivy. I like Icy Hot, but I found this at Kroger, I really like it. It is the capsaicin, it's pure capsaicin. So it is not very icy, it's very hot. Baby powder for deadlift day, always carry little small pack of Johnson's baby powder. I only get the small ones because they always walk away, so why get a big one? More Kleenex, straps to lift in. I normally am only working with one because these also tend to walk away quite often. So right now I'm using the Harbinger. I really don't care what brand you use. I have a second inhaler. I also bring my own chalk to the gym. This is actually not like a typical powerlifting chalk that you would use for a meet. This is a rock climbing chalk actually. So it doesn't quite have the same cloud. It's not quite as thick. It's a little more contained. So I like that. This thing will last me like a year. So this is Rock Climbers chalk. It's called the Eco Ball. I really like it. I just keep it in Tupperware. The Lacrosse Ball, excellent for rolling out your joints. I also sometimes use a Theracane. I have a jackknobber. I use a lot of different things to kind of warm up. I tend to get really tight in one of the hamstrings that I tore a couple of years ago, so I'm always rolling out my hamstrings and my glutes. I'll also use bands, which I have many of. I have like literally the most bands ever. So I usually try to carry, I've got a couple that are inside and a couple that I share with my husband that he has in his bag. So in addition to the bands that I use a lot for banded power lifts, or maybe I'll use them for my bodybuilding days, I use these little ankle cuffs. I love them. One of the good things about having a commercial gym that may be of someone who's in a smaller powerlifting specific gym is we have a lot of access to different types of cables. So I like to really take advantage of that. I will use these for cable curls. I'll use them for cable extensions. I love these guys. They're like $7 on Amazon. So that's all I have in my bag, today anyway. Obviously that changes a lot, but let me know if there's anything that I have that was of value to you, anything that you're adding to your bag, or if there's anything I'm missing that you use often that could be helpful to me. Just leave a comment on Instagram or on YouTube. That's it, guys. Have a great day, and let me know if there's anything else that I can post for you that's helpful in planning for your workouts.